Well, we got a couple people to say hello this morning with us, and welcome, guys. Here's your interview this morning. Let me get all the information here.
So we want to say good morning and a special welcome to Ayesha Boucaud-Claxton. She's the head of group branding and communications at Guardian Group and lead innovator and creator of the trademarked intangience methodology you've been hearing so much about. I know you've seen those sponsored posts on CNN, Ad Age, Forbes, Harvard Business Review, and of course we have Ernie Ross, who's the lead innovator, here to tell us some more about that and what it relates to Happytalism.
Yeah,
you know, those
my new favorite word.
Listen, Val wants this on a t-shirt. So good morning and welcome, Ayesha and Ernie.
Good morning. Thank you for having us this morning.
Hey, well, thank you for being part of the Morning Reset. This is a pretty amazing initiative, and you guys are no stranger to the concept of happy.
That's correct.
So we want to jump straight into it. So tell us this morning, what exactly is Happytalism?
Well, Happytalism is really a huge regional initiative that addresses the very key areas of mental health and financial well-being. And you know, those two areas are very dear to Guardian Group because we see the utmost need for it, particularly now during a pandemic. And this not just regionally in terms of these areas that need to be addressed, but I would even go as far to say worldwide, two areas that have affected everyone at every age. So it's really been a lot of months in planning and preparation to get us to this stage. And as we are now coming back, stumbling out of the pandemic, it's really time to remind ourselves of that bright outlook at life. And that's really what Happytalism is intended to achieve. So what we're doing, Guardian Group, we're freely giving bits of advice, tips, insights, and how we can become more emotionally resilient, happier, and even as a bonus, how to become better on the money side of things, both in business and brand development. So it features the science behind how we can rise above the challenges and create an outlook on life despite whatever is taking place in the pandemic. And we're really happy to have some great presenters at this forum. We're going to be having Dr. Talban Shahar. He is a renowned expert on the subject. He's a former Harvard professor and he's a best-selling author as well. And he's going to be talking about the happy part of Happytalism.
Nice.
And he's going to share with us some really exciting work that he has been doing and some exciting insights on how we could achieve this. And then, of course, we have Mr. Ernie Ross, who's going to be one of our other featured speakers. And he is going to be speaking about intangience, but I will leave that more to Ernie to give some more details on that.
Okay, so can you tell us, I guess, what can we expect to learn from these workshops? So we know we're trying to frame our mind for more optimism and hope and resilience. But, I mean, what tools do you think that we're expected to learn from these workshops?
Well, Talban Shahar, he has agreed to condense his life-changing insights into short 30-second sound bites. And what you're really going to get is a 12-part series of how happiness could help you pivot, the innate importance of happiness and how it affects your life, not only from an individual perspective, but from a business perspective, and how as a society and an environment, we could change our outlook in things that, you know, sometimes we don't have the tendency or the resilience to do that.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with that because if you just branch away from Happytalism and you think capitalism, you have to think about GDP and the nation, people of any nation, when they're happy, I assume we get a better production output.
Correct.
And less disease, which will also lead to better production output, you know.
Well, more creativity, more innovation, more things to better the society as well.
We can't stop traffic, but if you're happy in the traffic, ooh, you're happy to go to work and do the work. Oh, yeah. All right, so Ayesha, do we have to pay to be part of the Happytalism workshops?
No, it's going to be free of charge. You just need to register at happytalism.me, happytalism.me. Just click that URL link and you can register. We're gifting it to the region because we see the importance of offering this program, particularly at this time.
Wow, so this is good for individuals, for managers, supervisors, anybody in any form of management, or even somebody who is looking to just be able to breathe, inhale, exhale, and just be happy to be alive.
That's exactly it. It's open to everyone, whether you're an individual just really doing some soul searching, want to learn certain key important information in terms of how can you be resilient, pivot from your own personal growth and perspective and journeys, or if you're a small, medium enterprise or business and really want to understand how you could pivot and learn all the intangibles methodologies to support you, it's for you. Anyone who has interest and who wants to understand what this can offer them, just click and register.
Nice. So tell us exactly the intangibles that we keep talking about. You want to give us a little bit of insight as to what that is and how it can help, brands and individuals alike as we look forward to the start of Happytalism.
Okay, so I'll leave that for Mr. Ross.
Morning, Ernie.
Morning. First of all, Danny, thank you for having us here. I want to just begin by, first of all, taking a little bow and a nod to Guardian Group. This is not just the first time they've done an initiative like this across the region. They've done the One Way, One World initiative. They've done We Got This. They've worked with the World Happiness Foundation. They've worked with the United Nations University for Peace with the Global Leadership Scholarship Program that has now created the largest catchment area of students in the world from the Caribbean. And I can go on. And it's really a nod to them because it's really more than a corporate goodwill gesture on their part. It's true to manifesting the ideal they have for creating an easier life. That's true to their tagline, Live Easy, in the face of all this adversity. In terms of the Intangibles program, it's really working in concert with the likes of Dr. Talban Shahar, or former Harvard professor, who is material and positivity and happiness has been translated into something like 4 to 5 different languages. He's written several bestsellers. But I want to make a little note about why he's there. It's not just about the fact that he's a Harvard professor and he's so brilliant at this and written it. He's a human being who suffered from grappling with the whole idea of anxiety and happiness in his own life. And it is through that pursuit and that personal experience that he was able to create the material and the thinking that is so innovative and novel today. And along with him would be Mohit Mukherjee, who founded the Center of Executive Education for the United Nations University for Peace, and Luis Gallardo, who came up with the whole Happytalism concept and strategy and has written a bestseller on it and established the World Happiness Foundation that we work with. So we've gone to the finest minds in the world to ask, what can we do at this point in time in life to shift our perspective, to be tooled with the techniques and the insights that can help us not just survive through this period, but thrive through it. The world is tumbling forward from the pandemic, but we don't come into this world with a manual that tells us how to deal with this. And Happytalism is about that. It's combining the positive psychology and what is required for us to be able to learn these ideas and strategies that are going to transform our lives. The happiness part of it, because as Lewis says, let us all become a happiness, is about how do we apply that thinking in terms of our business life as well, the professional side. So while those guys who are experts in talking about it on the personal side, my role through Intangibles and the methodology we've developed talks about the professional side. What can we do to apply the same kind of thinking in our branding and our business development by redefining and shifting that perspective? And the program doesn't allow, of course, for me to give you the details of it, but maybe I can provide it by this simple example. If you see your business life or your industry through the lens of tangibility alone, the physical circumstances and the environment in which you're in, and you're trying to grapple with it, you've got all the fundamentals of your business right, and nothing is changing, you'll begin to lose hope. You'll be drowning in the despair that nothing is working, until you recognize that there is another sphere that major brands and businesses are using. It's a science behind this in the world of intangibility, intangible values. And what we have done in Intangibles is break it down into a very simple, easy to understand application that will show you how to redefine your business, how to communicate it differently, how to develop strategies that work. I can give a specific example as a point of reference. When last year, I'm permitted by the client to say this, when last year Carnival had been cancelled, the three saddest words in the world, Carnival is cancelled. And Carib Brewery decided to work with us on the Intangibles methodology to apply a program called Hold On to the Carnival. Not a single price point change, nothing in the distribution or marketing chain. And yet that campaign, they had projected a decline of 2.5% decrease in their sales, had a bump of 10.2% for that Carnival period. We were one of the few clients that were out there promoting the brand through the nostalgic experience of Carnival and saying, hold on to it. And that simple shift of putting out there caused consumers to go out and support the brand and had a 10.2% increase in their sales.
Wow.
And that perhaps is a tangible example of how using shared intangible values and emotional content to tell a compelling story can make a difference and an impact.
Well, Ernie, we appreciate the breaking down of it, and of course, more in depth and details. For those of you guys interested, Happytalism, that's the way to go. Even pre-pandemic, I just want to wrap it up, guys. Even pre-pandemic, we've seen a shift in mindset and
definitely,
just even from younger people, people trying to find themselves and whatnot.
But what we need to do, though, we didn't get the dates. When is Happytalism? That's really important, and that website again to register.
Okay, so I will repeat the website. It's happytalism.me, happytalism.me. And the workshop program and the entire program, whether it be radio tidbits, whether it be registration to find out more and take a deep dive through these speakers, starts effective the 1st of March 2022 and goes until the 27th of May 2022. So it's a 3-month program, but you can register now, today, click it, and continue to register for any part of the program you wish to become more involved in during this 3-month period.
Well, we truly appreciate the time you guys gave us this morning to talk about this. It's an amazing initiative. It's very much welcomed. And to all our listeners, again, happytalism.me.
Yep.
And that's all your questions will be answered. The dates, the venue, and any information you need.
But it's online, so
yeah.
It's online session. So you can do it from the comfort of your home or the comfort of your office.
There you go. So there's no excuse why you can't take part of this. So thank you very much to both of you for taking the time this morning with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Of course. And I wish you guys the most happytalistic weekend ever.
Same to you.
All right. Good stuff, guys. It's 8:43 right here. 951 Remix. Here, 951 Remix. Here, 951